the Bulls go through their pregame routine. It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. We're alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Hart. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And
does a lot of good things offensively, but he's just as good at the defensive end. He's a big key to his team's tough defense.
The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
And I think, after the Rudy Gay trade sent Jose Calderon, Kyle Lowry said that now the Raptors were his team. And while that might be debatable.
Kevin, I caught up with head coach Dwayne Casey. He said a big key for them will be containing Carlos Boozer offensively, adding, he's a player who can spread the floor with his jump shot or take you down the block. And it's tough to match his strength inside. Defensively, they'll look to keep length
and I think everybody who was at that game would agree it was their defense that really won it for them.
Yeah, they were all over the place, flying all over the court on deep. The kind of hustle that pays off big time for them. Well, no team likes to have their first-round pick belong to another team.
Working on Boozer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Raptors miss again.
Oh, he had to fade away there. The defense was all...
No good. That would have tied it. Well, Clark, as you said, the Thunder got the Raptors' first selection this last year. Only the way the Raptors would have been able to hang on to it was, Steve, if they jumped up.
Not have a first-round pick because the draft wasn't deep, and the Raptors have a lot of young talent already, and that they can make improvement with.
The shot's good from Clutch.
There's no fear
for Clutch. Lowry gets a screen from Hansbrough. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Joakim Noah, part of those in his first years in the league, but he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
Guys, great defensive play, and of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
Here's Clutch, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. He passes to Noah. Outside Dang. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And here's Rose outside. Good. What always has to play. It's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the offseason. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii.
Johnson. Gay against Rose. He feeds it to DeRozan. Lowry dishes to Gay. Shot left block. That falls. Nice feed there.
Toronto. He was the architect of the defense in Dallas when they won the championship back in 2011. So much deserved job for him here in Toronto. And I think he'll have plenty of success.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the...
Shot clock at 6. They get a hand on it. On its way from Rose for 2, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Now they're reunited on the Raptors. Lowry said, having Rudy coming in, it's really my brother. We hang out together. We do everything pretty much together. He's also excited about what Rudy brings to the
best road record at the end of the season, as you said. But, Steve, they did show some bite with their play.
One of the interesting stats from the Raptors last year is they actually scored.
Noah with a screen on Hansbrough. Here's Clutch. He's got 10. Snell knocks down the 3-ball.
And you can't leave him alone.
Some point.
And Augustine kicks to Gay. Dishes it to Hansbrough. He's covered by Dang. The jump hook. Hansbrough. That's good. Noah, the pass to Rose. Back to Noah. Snell. Shot clock at 5. Gets an open look and hits. He has 5. Ross dishes to Johnson. Gay. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. And that's 15
talented players in the NBA, and that's why Toronto made the trade for him last year.
Clutch the pass to Noah. From the baseline. Good. Noah's.
And they really concentrate on taking care of the rock.
Now let's talk about the shooting for a second, Clark, because you look at that number, that's impressive, and that's a direct result of having a game plan.
Andrew Fields comes in for Rudy Gay, and it's DeRozan in for Terrence Ross. Here's Clutch, averaging 22 points a game. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Points a game. There's the dish to DeRozan, and it's blocked by Dang. But they get it back. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Johnson. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
And that concludes the first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hello, everyone. I'm Damon Bruce, and the NBA season is really getting into gear. Chicago with the lead against Toronto. Their second unit giving them instant offense. They've gone to their bench for scoring, and they've answered the call. Clutch putting on a clinic against this Raptors defense. He's got a dozen points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. The Raptors are still in it and going all out. Just one win away from moving into the 8th place in the conference, and they're definitely motivated. A terrific first half for Rudy Gay. 15 points and is putting out the effort defensively as well, making his presence felt on both ends of the floor. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
Spoils us with his performances game in and game out, and so far just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second.
Chicago grabs the miss. Boozer's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Clutch. Back to Rose. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Rose has got 11 to guy.
Yeah, well, it's so important these days to be able to make plays off of screen and rolls for a big guy to be able to catch at the foul line off that drop pass and then either score or...
He picked up 18 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top there
around the playoffs? Ultimately, just never happened.
Here's Clutch. 15 points in the game. Here's Rose. And Chicago scoring again.
Perfect agreement. Boozer is a very highly paid player, so even though he's productive, I think some people are going to look at that contract and maybe shy away from it.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal.
Outside Lowry. Gay gives him the lead pass. DeRozan's shot is good.
Took advantage.
Back to Rose. Fires for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. That game is the first and... Rudy Gay on the wing. The offensive rebound. Johnson. That's good. Johnson's got 6 points.
Softly, he comes up with emphatic denials.
Here is Rose. After the made shot from Johnson, here's Clutch. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
So now they have to put it all together.
It's tipped. And he jams it with authority.
Guys, that simply
The other end.
Raptors trail by 8. Here's Clutch. And finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Gets it to go.
Not if it results in that shot.
Rose goes in. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Rose passes it to Day. And good. Coming in on the assist. Bucks it to Dunley. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Rose. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. How about the... Feeds to Rose. Sinks that one from the post. Rose has got
a great wing player down the road.
Heinrich dishes to Butler. Dang. He's covered by Gay. Dang passes to Clutch. Hits the three-point bomb. Clutch has got 13 points.
Now on a consistent basis to flash what he was capable of with the Toronto Raptors last year. Really, as a rookie, all you want is a chance to show what you can do on the court, and I thought Ross did that. Made some.
Here's Clutch. Wants to get it to Butler, and does. Snell, wide open. It's Chicago with another bucket. And Amir Johnson.
He's got excellent length for a power forward, and he's put some rocks in his pockets over the years.
Might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, was angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that pass.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls lead by 16. Pass to Noah, and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Gay, and laid in to finish the break. Gay players' careers and help them return from those tough injuries. Steve, it's been terrific watching these players come back. Really didn't see Rose last year, certainly. I expect this year he'll be too.
Well, it's so great to see
Johnson. He feeds it to Lowry. Right side Lowry. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Johnson with a screen on Rose. Lowry from outside gets it to go. Lowry's got 11. Dang's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that one's good. Boozer.
And you think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Great communication on the alley-oop.
What a pass, and in the...
Rose in the post. Lowry covering. Back to Rose. Gets the 14-foot of the fall. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by DeRozan. Rebound by Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. With the lead pass. DeRozan's shot is good.
Well, since we hit half,
here's Rose. Takes the lead pass, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here, following the goaltender. Feeds it to Lowry. It's stolen by Rose. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Well, off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Rose passes to Clutch. Boozer a screen on DeRozan. Here's the lob to the hoop. Porter's been efficient at 56%. Outside Rose. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Clutch.
Player of the game with the all-around performance you pulled off. Any thoughts on how well you played tonight?
Yeah, it felt good to be able to contribute in so many different ways. I never thought of myself as just a scorer, so when I have an opportunity to make a good pass or crash the boards a little bit, that's what I'll do. It just seemed natural tonight, you know, which is nice. I was getting in the right spots, making good decisions, and we won, so that's like the cake with the fact that I played a good game being the icing. You feel me?